The Program for Results is an instrument that allows the World Bank to support a government's program in a sector and links the resource flow to achievement of results. So in a way, this is a partnership between the bank and the borrowing country, and it allows us to actually help the government build up its own institutions, its own frameworks, so that eventually the management of the sector becomes sustainable without resources.
So unlike traditional investment loans, these operations are not tied to a specific expenditure. In a Program for Results operation, we are working specifically on trying to move a program forward. It could be on education, it could be on transport, it could be at the federal level, it could be at the subnational level. Typically, Program for Results operations are somewhere between 3 to 5 years long. And the key feature is that rather than releasing the resources all at one time, the disbursement-linked indicators create the right incentives to help achieve the results and to take a pathway through so that over the course of these years, we're able to make incremental progress and finally achieve those goals by the end of the project.
The independent evaluation group is tasked to provide feedback to the board and to senior management about what is working, what is not working, why, and how the World Bank Group can improve in order to deliver better services and achieve better results for clients in the client countries. In this context, IEG was requested to review the PforR instrument early on in its life.
In developing these reports, we look at all the approved PforR operations until end of fiscal 2015. Altogether, they are 27 operations. And we visited some 11 countries to discuss with the government, with the bank team in the field, and with other development partners to understand the implementation process. There were three main findings in this evaluation. One is this program for result is really good complementary instruments to other bank lending instruments, to investment lending and development policy lending. The second, program for results are using the country's own system. Therefore, government has much more ownership for the program for results lending compared to other bank lending programs. Finally, because of the verification of the results before disbursing the bank money, there is more evidence and there is more monitoring and evaluation in the PforR compared to investment lending or development policy lending.
The evaluation really is trying to help the instrument to be successful. In order to achieve this, IEG's report made 4 specific recommendations. The first recommendation suggests that there needs to be an improvement in the design of the results frameworks of PforR programs. The second recommendation is about the design of the action plans and the careful monitoring of them. The third point is about the environmental and social aspects of the PforR projects. And here the evaluation found that our colleagues on the operational side are more cautious and interpret the requirements in a very conservative way. And finally, the fourth point is to strengthen the overall tracking of results over the entire results framework over time.
PforR is still in its early stages. The uptake has been tremendously improved and increased over the last several years. Right now, we are looking at about 15% of our annual commitments from the World Bank going to this instrument, to the PforR.
And what we're seeing is that clients, counterpart governments, they like this a lot because it can really help support slow, steady advancement in problems that are usually pretty difficult to solve. And so our expectation is that the Program for Results will continue to grow. It's a great way for us to strengthen and help support governments in trying to achieve their goals.